in, man? What's happening? What is happening? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching that premiere that just happened, like minutes ago. Always enjoy conversating with you guys in the chat. I saw a couple of terms used. People for president, as far as watches is concerned. Wow, just wow. How can how can you amass such a collection? Wow. We'll talk about that here in a second, bro. We'll talk about that here. Give me a moment, as I think I need to readjust because I don't know. It's something about the lighting. Just yeah, maybe we'll just go right there. So welcome in. For those that are new here, I go by Trapvision 3D. I'm just a humble watch collector, guy that just happened to care about some of the things you guys care about. Kind of links us together, in a way. Today I want to talk about something, but watches, of course. And today's watch that I have on, I've went through 3 watch changes just this morning. Couldn't figure out what I wanted, but I actually have some of the watches here that I wore this morning. So this right here, collaboration timepiece, right? Let me tell you a story that happened yesterday. I was talking to a lady, right? Older woman. She was asking me a question, and she looked down. She said, "Baby, that's a really nice watch." And I looked down at her wrist. I said, "Well, you don't have one on." She said, "Baby boy, look, I'm retired. I had to wear a watch for 30 some years, and as soon as I retired, everything, all the nuances, everything that I acquired from that job went away, including my watch. I don't want to tell time. I don't want to look at my phone, do anything." She said, "But that, if I was going to wear a watch, that," she said, you mind?" Took it off, let it. She said, "Yup." The heft of that watch. She said, "Dude, you had to pay about $2,000 or $3,000 for this watch." I was like, "Less than 500, sweetie." She was like, "Did you get it from a crackhead?" I said, "No, no. Bought it from a garage sale, if you will, or a flea market at a wind-up." Of course, I had to explain it to her, but yeah. So, this watch right here is Trapvision approved. Which brings me to this episode, man. Gosh, y'all. Let me get in the chat here in a second, man. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook has been notorious for telling you what watches are the best for your wrist. And I'm not even knocking it because right now, with the whole tariff situation, with sales being up and down with certain companies are in danger of losing business completely. Um, yeah, you gravitate towards a watch that you know. But when I looked at this before I did it, I chose the Rolex Explorer in the thumbnail, and I didn't want to, because you know what, I'm tired of the whole Rolex talk, because it is a great brand. It's a great watch. It's a great timepiece to reach for those that, like, that's what we're accustomed to. Let's not play any games. When you're accustomed to stuff like that, you're definitely going to go for it. Wrist check, Aviator, automatic. That's Jay Jones. I got to keep up with y'all. Stop it. Wow, Thizzle, man, I was just talking about you yesterday, bro. Is a man, don't let him fool you. Trapvision is a watch guy. Trapvision is crazy, bro. That Kevin Cook, what's up, man?
Does that work for you?
Wearing my yeah, and Vic, I was messing with Vic this morning, and he sent me a wrist check. I like messing with Vic, but yeah, Vic, you do, and we're gonna talk about that, Vic. We're gonna talk about that. So just I'm gonna hold my place on that one. Let me get through this part, because I want to set the scene for all of us right now.
Okay.
If you missed it, I just literally talked about where is it? Did I bring it with me? Hold on, let me see if I brought it with me. I may not have brought it with me. I don't think I brought it. But it was the Noctua. It was a Noctua watch. I didn't bring it with me. Sorry. And it was sort of like a fun review, because my thought of the watch. Everybody that's reviewed that watch literally showcased what they thought of the watch, the improvements that it needed, and where it fits. For me, I think it's a winner. It's a nice tactical watch, and for the most part, police officers, firefighters, and definitely veterans all approved of that watch. So that also led me to this. Of all the watches, let me ask you guys a question. If you were to buy a luxury watch, your favorite, like whether it be Vacheron, whether it be Cartier, if you were to get that watch, um, how often you think you'll wear it? How, like, what place in your collection would that be? Of course, like some people like, hey, if I get my Vacheron, if I get my Omega Seamaster or Speedmaster, or Railmaster, those would be Grails. And for those that don't know, I owned a Rolex before, right? Got it stolen, being an idiot, but I wore my G-Shock more than I wore my Rolex. It's something that, as the older I get, the more I discover there are certain watches that I like to get. Case in point, Panerai is my ultimate. I absolutely love Panerai. Ooh, guess what, y'all? Food is here. Thank you. Ooh, can I have some pepper? Oh, get my fruit, y'all. Hold up, you gotta bless the fruit, y'all. All right, thank you guys for being patient with me. Let me get to the chat real quick. What's up, wifey? Depends on what you're talking about. Your Elgin with diamonds around 3 times a year. Okay. Yeah, because that's okay. So that's your grill piece.
Yes.
Okay. What up, bro? Julius Caesar is in the building. Hey, you made it. My dude watching the build. Hey, bro, your intros are hilarious, man. I love the intro, man. Dudes can't be late. Like your whole thing, man. I like the whole thing, man. It's super dope. Appreciate you being here, though. Found a Lord Elgin gold for $1,400. Wow, you found some good deals, bro. You found some good deals. But yeah, let me get back to the topic at hand. What is your go-to? What is your go-to? Even if you had like your most luxury watch, right? So I'm gonna show you a watch that I bought because I like the brand.
That's the crazy part of it.
Oh, have mercy. If I can get it out. Okay, it's being stubborn. Hold on. I got it in my watch roll, and it's actually stuck. That is crazy. How you get stuck in a watch roll? All right, so you guys know Longines, right? Some call it quiet luxury. Some call it an entryway to luxury. For those that's like, yo, I don't make enough money to buy a Rolex or anything else, and I just made it to buy this, so this is my grail. This is my holy grail, bro. Like, that's that. It's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's the thing I want to talk about is just the nuances. There is an emphasis put on the luxury end of the house, and once you acquire it, how often you go back to it. So if I did a wrist check on a regular basis, this one hits my wrist still. I go back to this every once in a while, but when I got it, I wore it that first week, just wore it every day. But what I found myself going back to is another watch that I got sitting right next to it. Hold on, let me pull up. Man, that one came off easy.
I'm actually sitting down with
My glycine.
a friend of mine.
And that's why I use that glycine, and I go back and I don't post this nearly enough because I'm like, I wear it every day. I wear it a lot. Just this year alone, I've worn this watch more times than I can count. Another watch that I have on towards, and I think this is, let's say this, the alternatives. I know I've talked to some of you guys. You don't like the word alternative because you think that a watch should be judged on its own merit. But let's not fake at it, man. Like, a lot of watches are compared to other watches. The craftsmanship is compared to other watches. The look, and this right here, this nomadic, right? This nomadic. This, you'll see this in an upcoming video, and I actually got an idea from one half of the House of X on the video that I'm working on. It's taking me a little bit because I'm putting some work into this video.
Okay. Well, I won't.
Some good stuff right here, boy. Let me look in the comments real quick. My current Grail is a reissue of. Oh, that's Shapard. Oh yeah, yeah. Shapard is dope. Let me see. Is it strange to not have a Grail? No, it's not. It's not. It ain't needed. Because if you don't look at it from that perspective, then no. That's just talk. You know how niche we are. I go back to when I was on this cruise, and there's people that they didn't know what Vacheron was. They didn't know what Sin was. Like, they were like, okay, what are these watches? What are you talking about? What are you referring these watches to? It's people that just don't know. And let me just talk about one watch that I do go back to. This is an Invicta piece. If you see, there are similarities to this watch to Panerai. So when Invicta actually did it, this is their rendition of a Panerai. Yep, it's a sizable. You see the crown. This is it's all carbon. Now this piece actually has to be repaired. Has to be repaired. And that brings me on to Invicta and what they've done. Now, for the most part, companies want your dollars. They want your money. You have your Seiko fanboys. You heard that term. You've heard about Invicta and how cultish they are. Well, they're still a business, and what I seen yesterday was probably one of the craziest things ever. It literally takes everything that was said about this company from all of the watch experts, all of the passersby, and it puts Invicta in such a light. Even the Mad Watch Collector just did a video on the digital watch, in which, I don't know if he knows this, Russell, like, that watch has been out since COVID. They've been doing those watches since COVID. Like, we'd have never thought we would see as an Invicta collector that we would see a digital watch. And they, of course, Casio was the first thing that they copied. And to that note, when he reviewed the watch, the button pushers, and I can attest to it, they don't match up. They don't line up. So if it says you're going to change the date or change something about the watch, the light will come on. All the functions don't work right. Is it durable enough to withstand? I actually bought 3 of them when they were like $9 a piece, right? I sent out, actually, how many of them? I bought 5 of them. I sent some out. I wore one. They said it had 100 meters of water resistance. Nope. In the pool. When I got out the pool, it was water in that sucker. I said, well, it's $10, so who cares? So, Hamilton. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Started with Longines, Wittenauer back in the early 80s. Oh boy, they be speeding up this street. The police be out here tough. Yes, Hannibal, and that was years ago. I remember about $2,000. Longines and Omega are my go-to for every day for me. Also love rotating Jack Mason as well. Man, and I didn't bring my Jack Mason with me, but I did bring. How many people have heard about Cincinnati Watch Company? This is another one of my go-tos. This is a field watch, and it's supposed to be comparable to a Hamilton, but they have their own design. It's such a fancy watch. But I actually watched them. I was at Jordan Jordan. Let's just say Jordan invited me out to the shop, and I literally looked at my watch being tested, and he takes it through so many different tests. The pressure test. He does a temperature test. He tests it, like checks it in 5 positions. And this watch Gosh, and I got the certification at home. I want to say this watch is running like 2 or 3 seconds per day, somewhere around there. This is within cost certifications, right? So, Elgin's history. Another watch daily as well. DJ 41. I'm not familiar with that. Oh, they just stupid. Yeah, I am familiar with that. Did we do a wrist check? Yes, we did. I have this piece on right now, so just go ahead and put your wrist check in for me. I don't really have a Grail, but there are a handful of watches that I really want to add to my collection. What is it? Hold on, let me look in the chat. You probably put it in there. In my movie watch phase. So you're definitely on to Hamilton right now. I respect that. Trap, I don't want to talk about Invicta. Well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna beat it up too much. But they literally took something. The best thing they have right now is glycine, but they took something so special and pissed it away. When I saw that, they were on Whatnot. They're on Whatnot, and what's crazy is that people are so they're not informed at all. You're bidding on watches that's costing $25 or $30, right? All you gotta do is go to the website and buy the watch. You're bidding on your chance, like you're not gonna get, like there's gonna be one person to get that watch. And I saw the bid, man. So the watch was that they had bidded was $30, right? I think it went for like 50, close to $50. Then you still gotta pay for shipping. Well, all you had to do is just go to invictastores.com and buy the watch. And I just think that's distasteful on Invicta's part. But that's why, like now, I wouldn't give Invicta a dime of my money for anything current. If I buy anything Invicta, it's going to be from one of you guys or trade for a watch that, you know, from back in the day. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is good stuff right here, boy. Spirit Zulu, white dial. Okay. These are two that I want bad. My black dial Hamilton. That's Shogata. Hey, just the Spirit, the Zulu alone. Hey, bro, you got me on that one, man. I love the Zulu, man. That thing is fresh. I like, excuse me. I like their, what do you call that? Moon phase. I like their moon phase. I think their moon phase is dope. Well, I see, you know what, Christopher Ward got a moon. I think Christopher Ward, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I think they got the best moon phase on the market. I want it. I went to go see that watch like 2 years ago. I love that watch. Super dope. Yo, what up? Come on. It's in the building. All right, let me catch up with chat. Cincinnati makes great watches. Yes, man, I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's super dope, man. And speaking of which, I do have one of my Hamiltons with me. This is one of my go-tos. So, like, then that was what I want to get at. Is this is one of the watches that I had threw on this morning. Right, it's not set yet, but I threw it on this morning, just walking around the house. And then I always go back to this my Tissot. I think it's probably like one of the best watches that I could have got, period. I think it's one of the best watches, man. And this watch is actually going in a video, one of my top 10 videos that I'm working on right now. Another watch that, when I saw it, I thought was pretty dope because I love racing, I love cars, and this one right here from Zellos, it's not the best Zellos that came out this year, man, because, like, you know what's crazy about this is, like, when I got this early on, I liked it, and then, like, 2 weeks after that, was it the Helmsman that came out? I like the Helmsman too, and I'm like, man, I think, you know, we were talking about this yesterday, collections that, like, what watch company can you just collect just from that one company? If there was one, like, if that's it, just one company. And I was like, I said, I could either do Hamilton, I could do Zellos, I could do, let's see, Tissot, most definitely. Citizen. I think Citizen is the one that done for me. Because Citizen got some fire. Citizen got a lot of fire. A lot. Jay Jones, he going to get. I have a pile of Invictus to sell you. Hey, yeah. Now I sent y'all those. Now listen, some of y'all that kept me on red, and I hate to do this to you, but I don't. Rob sent me a list of watches. Man, probably like 3 weeks. I don't know. It may even been a month. And what I do that night, I said, hey, while y'all buying watches, I know where you can go get them. You get a good deal, right? And you know how many of y'all, my people, left me on red? I'll be wrong if I called you and said you in the chat right now, but you know what I'm saying. Ain't said nothing yet. Ain't respond to my text message, email. I got y'all numbers. I'm like, you ain't even. So Rob said it. If you want the watches, man, Rob got them. I even sent pictures. I don't know. Maybe y'all don't take my word for it. I don't know. Well, he's here. He's in the chat. So if you want to know more about it, he ain't hard to find. He's only on social media. You know what I'm saying? Longines punches way above their weight. They do. But you know what? Even though I have, and I think if I had the spirit, I probably wear that more than anything because I like the spirit. But you know, I'm going to tell you, I go back to this Nomadic. This has become an instant favorite of mine. I just really like this watch, man. I really like this one. And I'm going to show you another one that I absolutely enjoy. It's this Sal, man. This Sal Baltimore, man. This thing is fresh, man. It's fire. This watch is fire. Straight heat. I like it, man. And the thing about it, too, man, is like, I was looking at, I mean, it does resemble an IWC. It does. But, like, that's, you know, on YouTube, I don't see a lot of IWC videos, right? And, of course, when you putting your thumbnails and stuff together, I even asked ChatGPT and said, hey, give me a thumbnail or a title and I gave the title. It still didn't really resonate with people because I'm like, I don't think IWC is talking, or maybe I haven't looked at IWC enough for the algorithm or the fan base to say, yeah, we into that. I don't know. That's a go-to. But one of the best dive watches that I have ever seen worn, didn't cost me a whole lot of money either, and that's the Islander. Say what you want. I know some people that don't like the classics. I read comments. There's people in the comment section of other people's videos, not mine, but in other people's videos, they don't like the clasp on this. Now, of course, Mark, you can go buy you can buy a clasp from him, upgrade it. But I think that one. Hold up, let me, just in case you didn't see it. Oh, look at that, man. And you know what? I noticed something about me. I do have the True Travelers GMT. I prefer the collar style. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that they prefer the collar style GMT over the True Travelers. I prefer it. That's just me. All right, let me finish chat. Scarlett Santana. The price of your Timex item has just dropped on Joma Shop. Since carbon is dope. Yes, it is. AP. Ooh. That AP. And I had a chance to wear that, man. Thanks to Moya Jewelers, man. I went over there, threw that on my wrist. And I'm not gonna say it's just like a superior feel to any other watch. I think it was more the fact that I'm like, okay, I got like a $50,000 watch strapped to my arm and I'm trying it out. But the rubber on it was pretty comfortable. It was what? Hold on. What's Skylar's word? It was supple. But I tell you this, in my opinion, I put that on. I put that AP on, right? And I put on that Vacheron Overseas. I think that Vacheron is more comfortable than that. Faux show. Faux show. That thing is definitely more comfortable. I said, man, and I think it's to me, if I was going to choose between the AP or Vacheron, I'm going Vacheron. I'm more like from what I saw. But I'm really gonna say, like, if I had my option of just getting a ridiculously expensive watch, um, I was more impressed with what do you call that? The Patek annual calendar. So I saw a 2013 version and a 2017 version. That sucker was cold blooded. And I'm gonna get down to this because I think we just got a super chat, man. I gotta hold up. Zelos is definitely that kind of brand. Invicta is a hard one for many collectors to get behind, but for under $100 pro diver may be a fair price for what you get in 35, 20. Yeah, John, I will stand on that all day and twice on Sunday that the pro diver, either 40 or 44 millimeter, is the best buy that you can get from Invicta. The next up, for those that say, hey, I don't want a small watch, if you can find a older Sabacco #1 Swiss made joint, that one, man, is beautiful. Especially if you put it to you like this. I know some people love a tall watch. They want that robustness, man. That one, perfect size for somebody that just want a big one, and you don't want it to be like Sea Hunter big. Sabacco #1, I think hands down is one of the best. Tofu, salad, and veggies. Hey man, I got these eggs rolling, bro. Eggs and pepper, no salt. Whole salt, brother. And these good old pineapple chunks. Rob, yep. Hey, he been doing them drops, man. Oh, really? That's dope. You know what? That's a company. I'm telling you, man. That's a go-to company. There's some companies I think that's going to last, and 20 years from now are going to be talked about just as much as any other company that we talk about now, like your Tissot's or your G-Shocks and stuff like that. I think that's one of the big brands. And Nomadic is another brand that I said they're leaving. In my opinion, I believe they're leaving the space of being a micro and going straight into independence. They bro, just if you look at their news feed, oh my gosh, man, they killing it. I'm glad I got one. I'm glad I got what I got. That's all I can tell you. But that's dope though, Rob. Timex has a $1,900 watch. Yeah, I see that. You know what? And the biggest argument with that watch was because it's a Timex. People like, I'm not giving you $2,000 for a Timex. Nope. I think that's the majority opinion. Preferred collars, GMTs over travelers. Yeah, Times just dropped a sexy GMT for $200. Alright, so suckle like a lady's. Alright, so we for saying supple. Bro, we just got a super chat. Bang, bang, a super chat. Bang, bang, bang. Goes to my man Skylar Santana. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you for doing that, man. I don't know if you caught the whole video. I stole your whole line. I stole your whole lineup, and I don't care. I did it. Sure did. I also included some other YouTubers in my the beginning of that video. And I think going forward, I don't want to be a channel that degrades or talks about another YouTuber. If I don't agree with you, I don't agree with you, but I'm not going to drag you through the YouTube streets like I've been seeing. Some people out here crazy. They wilding, boy. My brother has AP offshore. Yeah, man. You wasn't a fan? I like that thing. Flip it over. Took the jeweler's loop and looked down at the movement. I said, ooh, them screws. That's a thing of beauty. All right, let me get back to the chat. JP in the building. Noctua Watches in the building. There are a few entry price models. retaining value on the secondary market, but not many. So the micro brand game is slippery slope, possibly dumping money down the drain. Nah, I missed the video. Okay. Jacking you. You gotta catch me, bro. You gotta catch me. Your lawyer gotta catch me. So John, there is a part of, like, we talking about investment watches last night. Had a serious conversation about it, right? And I think we all go through phases. There are certain watches that you want to have in your collection that, you know, that do tell that story of, it's an expensive piece. It holds value in history as well as monetary value. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it is abused. And picture, if you will, if you can have a conversation. So just let's use our imagination for a second. Imagine horology taking on the form of an astute gentleman, an aristocrat, if you will. And you were having a conversation with him and explain to him, hey, since your inception, since we have discovered you, this is what's happened. This is what's been talked about. This is how many people have joined in this family of timekeepers, horologists, if you will, right? Your followers, right? Your students. There are some people that exploit parts of this community, parts of horology, and they make it their own. Of course, they acquire the name gatekeepers, elitists, and things of that nature. And I'm not against advertisement, marketing, and stuff like that. But what I am against is separation. Because you have topics like religion and politics. Those two alone is separate enough. I don't even have to get into the other stuff. Because, like, I would just put that up there, man. Like, bruh, it's crazy. And this is the argument. And this is, like I said, I have conversations off camera with collectors. And hey, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
All right. And the biggest gripe with people is like, why are you forcing your views on me? Why do you feel that I'm trash? Like, I was shared, somebody shared something that happened on Watch Crunch, right? The whole Invicta talk. And I'm gonna say, like, I get it. I understand. Invicta's not a brand that, it's not even a watch company. Let's keep it facts. Invicta's not a watch company. Yeah, it's a company that sells watches, but if you look at that, like what they have, they're selling liquor, they sell glass, they sell dice, they sell playing cards, they sell earrings, they sell sunglasses. But if they'd have came back a couple more years, when like back early 2000s, they'd have thought about it, they'd have been selling grills. You know what I'm saying? Gold grills, Nelly with the Invicta all across it. Like, they have bracelets, they got everything. They have everything, fragrances. So Invicta's not a watch company. Let's get that. And that's what I was getting to. Like Russell, when he did his video, I was reading the comments there. Invicta exploited something, and they took advantage of their people. They took them for granted, and they wanted, their biggest thing is getting more customers. Like yesterday, debut. It says debut. If you go to Whatnot, you'll see the debut video, or that's the screen says Invicta stores debut, and they got people in there buying these watches, bidding on these watches, and those watches are going for more than what they're actually going for on the thing. So yeah, let's keep it a whole buck. Yeah, Invicta's not a watch company. You get that in your mind, and I get it. You got a lot of Invicta collectors that's how I started my channel. It's like I started my channel on that. But that's not to say that you can't buy some older, because like when Invicta really cared and they were showing, yeah, I'm good. They were showing off, man. I mean, that was the beautiful thing about it, because I have Invicta pieces that they was showing they behind. Oh no, bro. I think Invicta just interrupted. They said, shut up talking about us. I'm done, Invicta. I'm not gonna say no. I don't want y'all calling me no more. It's probably one of y'all lawyers. I don't want no smoke. And if you're gonna take something, I ain't got nothing for you to take. How about that? I give you all your watches back. You can have that. How about that? Minus the ones that I got from Invicta collectors. Now, where were we? Hold on, let me see. John, but only if you're into resale game. Yeah, totally right. You are, Vic. If you're adding collector strategy, but there is a potential to buy dozens and dozens just because they're cheap, just for the dopamine hit. Hey, the people do that. We had that. Let me ask you guys this. For those of you guys that have more than 10 watches in your collection, I'm not gonna say, because it was like I've had this question. This is an age-old question. If you had to get rid of your whole collection, which one would you say? But like, I'm not gonna ask you that. Which one do you resonate towards the most? And I'm not saying the most worn. Which one do you resonate towards the most? The one that like you get that emotional hit from it, like that dopamine hit you just talked about. Which one of your watches hits you in the chest? And I'll tell you, like, while you guys are answering that, I do have a number of watches that that hits me. I'm gonna tell you something about this watch. Let me tell you a story about this Nomadic. This one right here reminds me of the older, like the very first Rolex, right? When Rolex came out in like 1950s. Some said this is more like a Tudor. I would say more of a Rolex. But this watch, literally, when I saw it and I got it, I bought it at full price. Well, did they give me a discount? I'm not sure if they gave me a discount, but I tell you, they gave me a lot of stuff. I got a lot of straps that go with this. No, I think I paid full price for this, and it was worth. So somebody asked me, "Trap, was this Nomadic worth it?" Yes, it was. It was definitely worth it, because this watch not only did it, like satisfy my. I love. Vic know this. Anybody know this? I love dive watches. A lot of you guys like dive watches, but this one just hit. This one scratched the itch. This one actually, because I was in that, I gotta buy another watch. This one hit me so hard to where I said, okay, I see all these other watches that I want to get. I'm putting that off to the side for right now. I'm just into this. And then I started doing research, and then I found out more about the Titanic. I found out about all of the people that was on it, the celebrities. I found out that it had a whole floor dedicated to a mailing system. So that's like the royal mailing ship, right? So it's huge, and the Nomadic is an actual ship. There's the little boat that takes people over to the Titanic because they didn't have a dock for that can house this, right? There's no way. So the thing about it is, this took me down the path of history, learning more about it, learning more about the people, and learning about like refugees jumping on Titanic, fleeing to America and going up to Canada. Some of these people actually became some of the first hockey players. Like, bro, like this one took me down a rabbit hole. And then their expedition watches and stuff like that. And I think, them picking that design, I think that design as a dive watch was amazing too. Smart move. Now, if in the world of homage, like you got some that, yes, for a quick $150, you can get a homage to a Rolex. You can get a homage to a Daytona. You can get a homage to like pretty much any watch out there. But that one hits a little different. This is another one that I just absolutely, because I literally watched and viewed while I'm interviewing Jordan. I'm looking at my watch being tested. I'm looking at the process. So this one is a special piece, man. That opened my mind up to a whole different realm of horology, man. It was dope, man. But yeah, so I do have a couple of watches, and this one has become that watch that is like inseparable. I'm like, yo, I don't know, man. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. The video, yes, it was, bro. It was. Especially when he pulled out the tennis racket and he batted and something broke off of it. I didn't even put it through that, and mine got water in it. Yeah, at the end of the day, you like what you like. But I'm gonna tell you this: there's a bunch of people, and I do this. I'm gonna tell you something. I make it no secret. It's no secret that if I find something out, I'm gonna share it with you guys immediately. Y'all know I'll do a live in a second. But I just think that, like, people make an informed decision. Some people, they make mistakes. And then, like, okay, so I had this conversation last night with Long Ranger, and we were talking about the people that have no idea. So you go out and spend $600, right, on the cruise ship for a watch. Just to find out later, once you discover YouTube or Instagram, you be like, oh, let me check this out. Or you check out a website and you see that that watch that you bought for $600 was 90 bucks on another website. And you go and check Amazon and it's 106 bucks. And you're like, now you feel taken. But you got to think about it. You didn't do any research. Now, cruise watches. Think about cruise watches. It's hit or miss. For the most part, it is expensive, especially for Invicta watches. Cruise ship, I'm gonna just tell you, cruise ship Invicta watches are expensive. And if you're gonna buy one from a cruise ship, it is to commemorate that trip, hands down. Now, what they used to do, and Godfather's done this for a long time, they would have an Invicta piece that was dedicated to that ship. So on the back of this watch, it was the cruise liner, ocean liner pieces. It would have the name of that ship, and it'd be number limited to the length of the ship. So if that ship was 1,100 feet long, that's how many they would do. And I think that is a cool gimmick by Invicta to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a watch that's worth it. So if that watch, if you bought a Pro Diver for 90 bucks on Amazon, but this cruise ship is asking $300 for theirs, I would say just go ahead and spend the $300. It's a limited run. You can only get it if you've been on that ship. Yeah, that's cool. It's so true. I've made several purchases from that dopamine. Heck yeah, you know me. Bruh. How many watches I done bought? I don't even talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. Oh, let me see. Hold on. Let me tag this real quick. Let me read this. Don't you buy when the watch hits you so much, man? You see, you can't appreciate the watch. It's a component. Yes. And okay, so that's crap. Get out of here. Hold on. That's this. I saw this watch. I saw this in the wild. It was like, okay, and I looked at it because there was a green one, there was a black one. There was a black DLC coated one in this variation. I saw all of them, but like this one just stood out, and I was like, man. And it's different when it's separated from all the options, because you got to think too. Swiss Watch Company was on one side, so there's watches, man. It's so hard to focus when you go to a watch fair or meetup. It's hard to focus on one watch, but like there are some that just really get your attention. But yeah, I appreciated this watch more when I opened it up. I was like, freaking wow, freaking wow. That's all I can say. Not right now. Thank you. Alright, so you said your Zelos and Ys are hitting different when I put it on the wrist. Man, honestly, there are a lot of watches hitting lately as my collection matures. Yeah. That's gonna happen, bro. Yo, Sabaka 7s. I remember when those dropped. I had one. I actually sold mine. It says it's like buying a bottle of water in movies. Yeah. These eggs on point. Put this over here. Give me a second, y'all. Let me get back to this chat. I don't want to neglect the chat. Went on a cruise last month and prices were really out to sea. Literally. Something like 20% higher than anything elsewhere. Yeah, and that's the thing is like, you got to keep in mind, they bought the watch, they got to make money. They're going to present it to you in a way they're just like, hey, you got to have. What I'm saying is, if you come across a watch that literally you've been eyeballing and it's on that cruise and it's a special occasion or something like that, if you're willing to spend the extra, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be the, like, hey, that's a story that you have. Or you could wait till you get home. It's no big rush. I think sometimes people do feel pressured on those cruise ships, man. Yeah, like in the cruise that I was on, just a few weeks ago, they weren't as pushy. And maybe that's because how I presented myself. You know, like I came in, we were talking, and he looked down at my watch and noticed it and said, oh, I know what that is. And we just had a conversation from there, and I was going through all the watches with him. I was telling him, I was like, oh, I know about this, know about that. So, you know, he recommended some stuff, but I saw how he was doing to other people. They weren't pushing. This guy was actually pretty good on it. I would give him, like, he's at the #1 spot, best salesman I've seen on the cruise. I can't remember his name. And I didn't record. I normally record. I didn't record the people this time. I didn't want to throw the camera in their face. All variants look good. Green is my favorite color, so I love the contrast with the blacked out. Yeah. Cruising is the best. Yes, sir. Love cruising. Poop cruise. Hold on. Water slides coming apart. Fires. Woo, boy. And I didn't cruise on that one, but like I didn't know anything about the poop cruise until Netflix. That's the crazy. I didn't know anything about it, and my wife and I actually got on that ship after they remodeled it. You know. Did not know. Hold up. I want everybody to see this. Read that. Feed is cracking. I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I'm on. That's probably what it is. Metronet actually just pulled up, so maybe they blocking my signal. Let's see. He said, you don't like cruises, bro? Man, bro, cruises are the truth, man. Oh, my humble opinion. I think cruises are dope. Hey, how you doing? I think cruises are really dope. Did you have a bad experience on a cruise? Or is it because of the that poop cruise documentary? Or is it because Captain Phillips? He said, stop disrespecting. What you talking about, Jay Jones? You say you don't like cruises? Is it too many people? I can see that. I can see if it's too many people, it's too much, you know what I'm saying, too crowded, whatever. I enjoy it. And my favorite part of cruising is the mornings. Like, I love getting up in the morning and watching the sea, the sky, and the sun coming up, just separating the two. Just something magical about that. It's not even gonna say magical, wrong word. Majestic. It's just majestic, man. It's like powerful, man. There gotta be another word for it. Like majestic. Let's just say it's majestic. Because it's everything, man. Like that right there, like I have no cares in the world. I'm not thinking about anything else but just capturing that. That's like, matter of fact, I think I might just clip all of my sunrises together. Somebody may watch it, but I just want to share what I like, what I see. Oh man, sunrise is it. Oh, eating in front of you? Hold up, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee on you right now. delicious. Those people were crazy. Dump in a cup if you have to. Yeah. I think if I, you know what, if that would have happened while I was on a cruise and we were stuck at sea like that, I would literally, yeah, I think I'll be done with cruising. I don't think I would ever get back on another cruise if that was happening. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Cause that documentary, man, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, man, go, if you have Netflix, just go look at the Poop Cruise or Google it, man, just to get a synopsis on YouTube, man. That was terrible. And in a sense, I do, you know, I'm not gonna say that I'm not concerned on a cruise when I go that anything can happen, because pirating is a thing, is real, like real deal. Now I don't know. I wouldn't imagine that, you know, pirates would go in that lane because so many cruise ships go through there. I don't even know how long it would take the Coast Guard to come out there to rescue. But yeah, I'm not gonna say that I haven't been concerned about those things, or even if the ship was to spring a leak or something like that. That is a concern. I ain't even gonna lie. I think about it, you know what I'm saying? Because crap can happen. No pun intended. Hey man, look. I'd have been like, was that one cat, man, just positioned itself over the ship, just take a dump right in the water? Bruh, like that. Woo, that documentary is wild. Wild, man. Oh, all right. So let me see. We've been on for 50 minutes. I wanna end us with this one. And I'm gonna ask you guys to help me out here, because I do, and I have been getting a lot of comments, man. Like from the UK, some from Australia, some from I got more comments now from India than I've ever had since I've been on the channel. So I want to ask you guys, what's that one watch in your collection? What is the one watch that you go to, or that you would recommend to somebody if they, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know, you have to assume that they don't have it in their collection. What is the watch? What is your go-to? What would you recommend somebody look at? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And I'll tell you, you can give like 5, 10, like, you know, let's keep it like your top 5 recommendations. And keep in mind, these have to be watches that you either experience or you own. You don't have to go into explanations, just, you know what I'm saying, because I want people to see the chat. I want them to see what was said, because I'm going to reiterate, I'm going to speak out. Ben 10 is in here. I'm wearing my Walkman diver. Walkman diver from the 60s. Boy, it's hot out. Yeah, well, it ain't hot here, finally. Santana said, hey, it's a write-up, bro, you late. So I personally, I'm going to tell anybody this. As far as the diver is concerned, I think one of the more comfortable, inexpensive, but historically sound divers would be the Combat Sub. Now, this is just one variation of it. This is one of my, I just really like this watch. I love what it represents too, because I went through, you know, the thing, and I don't shy away from this. I'll tell this story. For years, you know, people were saying that, hey, Trap, you the spokesperson for Invicta. You are the Invicta ambassador, which Invicta Ryan was pretty much that guy because it's in his name. Number of people, you got Magnum Vic, you have, well, he changed his name now, but Felix was Invicta Bama. I was known around YouTube as being the Invicta ambassador, right? And I applied. I actually would email and send messages like, hey, I would love to do this. I would love, like, can you send me watches, samples? I want to represent. I want to do this, that, and the other. I want to be able to go and talk on this brand and stuff like that. And I was met with absolute silence. It was like, no. And I would get words back from people within the company. They didn't think it was a good idea. It was also told to me that nobody listens to me, right? It's like my word isn't viable. right? And I'm not even gonna argue the fact with this person, you know what I'm saying, or whatever's been said, but it left me with a bad taste in my mouth. And then they eventually on Shop HQ they came up with, in which they did not. Now it's, you can take this or leave it, but I literally, a year before they rolled out that ambassadorship program, I literally emailed them, said, hey, I think this would be a good idea for us to do. Can we roll this out? And this is what this would look like. I sent the whole, I still got the email. And I got the response. That one did get a response because it was through Shop, it wasn't through Invicta. And didn't hear nothing else because it was like, hey, I think that's a good idea. A year later, they rolled out with the plan. I felt slighted, and when they did, it's like I still had to apply for the position that I helped. Well, I gave you the idea, and at the end of the day, me and it was 8 other Invicta collectors were able to be ambassadors for the brand, and you did not get paid money, but you got paid credits to shop with Shop HQ, and the credits that I earned, this is what I got my very first Blight scene. That's why this watch is so special and controversial, because this is a place of time where Invicta dropped me on my face, or just kind of slammed the door in my face and said, nah, you keep talking about us on your YouTube channel, but nah, we're not even going to acknowledge you. You didn't even get the benefit of a no. That would have been great, just to say, nah, we rather. I'm like, all right, cool. But it gave me a straight, But, yeah. And, yeah, and it came with some criticism, too, because some people's like, bro, why would you still go and do that? I said, man, listen, man. It was my idea from the jump. And granted, they didn't give me passage, but, like, Invicta didn't give me passage. So I looked at it as Shop HQ gave me the opportunity to do what I was doing. I do it anyway. And I got this and a Magnum Trio, my first Magnum Trio. To make recommendations to somebody probably shouldn't include models, as everyone has unique tastes, but maybe suggest categories, help offer direction to them to explore. That's fair. Hold on, let me tag that. That's fair, bro. That's a fair statement. Yeah, that's fair. XKX. 09J1. I think Seiko, man, Seiko is a winner. And I see some of you guys, y'all seen that. I went by Jake's place. I call it Jake's place, Trifecta, and looked at. He had that yesterday. $375, I think it is. And I believe if you go to Trifecta, there is, I don't know, is it 20 or 25% off of your purchase, which that beats paying the tariff price, man. So 20% off of $375, I think, is a win-win. I would tell you this, though. Just because I mentioned it, I always say this. Talk to Jake, holler at him, email him, or say, hey, Trap sent me over here, and let him fix you up. That's all I'm going to tell you. When I see the stock, I thought about you and the Victor Cruises. Hey, Trap, do you invest in Carnival Cruises? I do. I have. And yes, they are. I bought my stocks during COVID when it was, when I paid for mine, it was like $5 or something like that. Once upon a time, Seiko was a good value, but nowadays they're just getting into James price range. Ooh. That is, I'm actually going to reach out to, like, because we got, there's a concept that we're talking about, kicking around behind the scenes. I'm going to have some other content creators up on the screen with me, and we're going to be talking watches. I think that's one of the comments or topics that I want to cover is Seiko. Seiko is a great brand. I think honestly it's a brand that is I would say a company that you can go to and just like one-stop shop. But as of lately, man, their prices just don't. I mean, yeah, when you're creeping up, what the heck, bro? Apologies. When you're creeping up on those prices, it's like, what are you giving me? What are you giving me? And that's like for the consumer base. You're getting as much money as possible. You know what I'm saying? And nah. Because I'm the type of guy right now, the way I'm collecting Soul Who's, I think that was Hannibal, you said that you were into your movie phase right now. I have that in my criteria, but mine is like, well, it's always been lifestyle, but like I've been more what watches are going to define my moments in life. You know, if I had to define who I am today, what my channel is today, what watch is that to commemorate? You know, and it's not just one watch. That's the thing too, because I try to confine it to one watch, and it's not. I think one of the ultimate though, I'm gonna tell you this, one of the ultimate watches that once I get it, Lord willing, if I get it by the time this happens, is my Panerai. I haven't decided if I'm going to go Radial Mirror or Luminor, because I'm kind of like, I was leaning more towards the Radial Mirror, but then like the Luminor is really my first love, the first watch that I really enjoyed. That, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like defining moments in life, stuff that commemorates. You know, shoot, me and my family just went on this cruise, man, and I'll tell you. Now, JP's watch, the Noctua, that got worn a lot. This got worn a whole lot. This got worn a lot. Now, I had other watches with me. I had 18 other watches with me, right? And I did try, I wore some to different events. So, like for White Night, I wore my Jack Mason. For Hip Hop Night, I wore my Fair Sweat digital piece, the remix. After I got through working out, I took off my, it's not mine, but I took off the Noctua. I threw this on. I wore this until like when it got something to eat. I came back 2 hours later and threw something else on. I threw one of my Invicta pieces on. You know what I'm saying? Like, but, and then I wore this for an entire day. But then I'm telling you, these two got, hold up, let me take this out of the screen. These two right here got the most play. This one is a very defining watch to who I am, man. This is, well, I'm calling this the Time Fortress. I know it's the Range Master 2, but I call it the Time Fortress, man, because it do, man. It gives me like this childhood vibe, man. I was thinking Thundercats, right? And that's how I think, and keep just hinting to something, because I have an episode coming out, and it's going to be character based. Use your imagination on how that's going to turn out. Crazy price for Seiko. I want to pay the Panerai Radial Mirror, but I don't think I wear it enough. I will wear that watch. I think once I get that Panerai, bro, like I'm not saying I'm done collecting, but I'm at that point now, man. I'm at that point now with watches, man. I have a significant amount of watches. I really don't need to increase to that point. You know, there's a couple of watches that I never received that I will never do unless they're gifted to me. I'm not going out. I'm not going to break my neck to go buy it. Yeah, that Panerai is next on the thing. You know, I wanted to do the Formex. I still want that Formex, but I'm knocking the Formex off to get the Panerai. I don't think the Formex has enough weight as far as how I'm concerned right now, based on my desire and wants for a watch. I want that Panerai. That's it. That's all. And I'm not about to sacrifice that, because I've like, again, I bought enough. I got enough watches, bro. I'm good. I'm good. All right, we've been on for an hour and 3 minutes. Seiko needs more of the hate Rolex gets. I don't think it will. I think another topic that we should cover is what are tariffs going to do to the watch market and the way you guys buy watches. Will you still sacrifice and pay the extra for it, or you're like, I'm good? Well, now, Lil Birdie told me, because of these tariffs hitting like this, it has become a little more difficult to get Seiko and Citizen. More and more people are buying Seiko and Citizen right now to beat the tariffs. Their FOMO, right? Their fear of missing out on getting a watch. They are tearing up Seiko and Citizen right now as we speak. Since this, we've been on for an hour and 4 minutes, and I'd imagine Invicta had this statistic Back in the day, they used to sell, according to the experts over on Shop HQ, when it was once a show, over 1,000 watches sold per hour. Invicta was all day, every day, 7 days a week. 1,000. Think about that for a second. 1,000 watches going out, and I won't argue that because I told you on another live last week, bro. Like, there's so many people you go in there. Like, I came in here today, man. The guy I seen it. He had a Pro Diver on. I just looked down and said, "Oh, this Pro Diver, I know what it is." The older Pro Diver, yellow. I said, "Yeah, I seen that." Yesterday, and I was out and about, man. Some people came in there. Somebody had he had on a specialty. Another guy had on a Speedway. I seen it. I'm checking. So, yeah, like people, there's more people wearing Invicta than not. And I wouldn't tell you not to buy Invicta right now, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you better do your research. You know, even if it's $100, even if it's $50, consider this. I tell you to go buy a Casio Duro if you don't have that one in your collection. I would go tell you to go AliExpress. Go get a watch that has no heritage, no nothing, but it's something that you like to wear because it has a stone dial, or it has a waffle dial, or it has something that looks great. Sapphire crystal, AR coating, NH35, or Miyota movement for little of nothing in comparison to going to get that Invicta. Now, I will say that. You may find more enjoyment out of it. And even if you had to send a watch back, why deal with Invicta's warranty practices? Paying $30 to send it back just for them to find something like, oh, user error. Not saying that'll happen to you, but it's happened to a number of people. Don't take my word for it. Google it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Invicta had the major hustle going on. They still got the Ben 10 as I close. Invicta just jumped on Whatnot, and they took a bunch of people to the cleaners yesterday for some of them. And Invicta, if you watch this, man, hey, bro, like, I mean, don't nobody listen to me, so you ain't got nothing to worry about. So if I tell people not to buy watches, remember, your CEO said don't nobody listen to me no way, so I ain't no threat. And I'll leave that. Hold on, let me get these last comments. Like, tariffs don't scare me. Ben 10, hey man, Ben 10, you Uncle Willie's son. You better tell him, man. Don't scare me, sucker. Seiko had raised their prices. Swag, bro, yeah. I got enough, but there is no end. Ben 10, bro. I know you ain't gonna stop, bro. I would love to see you get your Panerai as your next watch, even if you haven't stopped buying watches for a long time. Guess what? I'm done buying. Just to get enough. I'm recouping my funds for a special purchase. Let's just say that. When luxury is out of reach, affordability becomes a hustle as well. Invicta is like a shady weed that had good weeds only sometimes. Whoa, hold up. Let me put that up there. In case you don't know, Panerai is a dive watch. Yes. Skylar, I'm done with you because I was laughing at you so hard, bro, doing that. I was laughing. You was like, Panerai dive watch? I was like, yes, bro. It's the first submersible. And I know there are other companies that said, yeah, we were the first dive watch. Technically, you weren't. It's just when Panerai did their dive thing, it wasn't available. It wasn't for commercial use. It was for military only. So, yeah, customer, man. Scratch all that. This watch is so dope. This is one of my favorite watches. Did I ever tell y'all that I really like this watch? This is not the original bracelet on it. And right next to it, the Airman Glycine. Yeah. Affordability, comfortability, ability. It does all that. Tell you. I know what they talking about over there. Okay, now you want to come off. This thing it wouldn't want to come off. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. Hold up. Super chat from Ben. 10, my man. Whoa, thank you so much for that. Let's get Trap that Panerai. I am full steam ahead on that, bro. Full steam ahead. Well, luxury is out of reach. Yes, bruh. Yes, man. Hey, you guys make this worth it. You guys make this worth it. I appreciate everybody for watching, checking out each other, man. Make sure that you are locked in. Before I go, please go and watch. I tagged it in my my post. What you call that? Yeah, I posted it right in my community tab. There is a man. Blake puts on. Man, that dude is awesome, bro. Like, that thing got 46 views last time I checked it, man. Hey, and I'm not telling you go run it up just to get the view count up, but I think that story needs to go out because it puts a perspective on life and the time that you spend that you have right now. It's no point in you worrying about yesterday. It's no point in you worrying about tomorrow. Let tomorrow worry about itself, man. But it is a must. If I've never told you, then I'm pretty sure I'll say this again for another video because I'm going through Blake's, all of his podcasts. Best kept secret. This podcast is one of the best kept secrets out there, man. And it's not even a secret. It's just like, yo, like, that is information people need, man. I want to know, man, y'all go listen to it. Even if you don't listen to the whole thing, just give it like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. Somewhere around there. Check out the first 15 minutes. If you got 15 minutes to spare, just check that out or watch it in spurts. Because I started it yesterday and I was working and then I finished watching it this morning. Phenomenal, man. That just, bro, it just gave me, like, you should have an appreciation for life because you never know what can happen to you in the blink of an eye. Man, dude, that story hit me in the chest so hard. I'm talking about it really, man, like, it get me emotional, man. But go check it out. Go check it out. It's in my community post. Yeah. All right, with that being said, get this last comment. You better end this live right now or I'm reporting copyright infringement. Hey, man, listen, y'all. I'm going to tell you this, man. Let me get up out of here, man. I thank you guys for spending your most valuable asset, which is time. Yes. And until the next language strike. Salute to all you guys, man. Y'all be blessed. I'm going to steal it again.